This is the meal you look forward to. Perhaps you are enjoying a simple sandwich or maybe a comforting bowl of soup. The TV is on, you are relaxed, you are home, and you are alone. In the span of 2 short minutes, this peaceful scene can become the most terrifying crisis of your life. Experts warn that choking is not just a high-risk event, it is the 4th leading cause of accidental death in older adults. And when you are over 60, the danger multiplies. This isn't just bad luck. It is a biological reality we must face with preparedness, not fear. When you choke, you don't have time to call 911. You don't have time to run to a neighbor. The clock starts ticking the second that piece of food or that carelessly swallowed pill blocks your airway. In those few moments, your body is taken over by the most primal panic. Your hands fly to your throat, the universal sign of distress. But here's the hard truth. If you are alone, the standard life-saving maneuver taught for decades, the classic Heimlich, is impossible to perform successfully on yourself. What happens next is often silence. We want to change that silence into a powerful, immediate response. There is still time to learn the move that saves you. This is not just theoretical knowledge. It is the single most critical safety instruction you can master right now, tailored specifically for the challenges of eating and living alone. Let's address why this is so critical for us as we age. Swallowing is a complex process. With every decade, our reflexes slow down, even fractionally. The muscular control in the throat, known as the pharynx, becomes less responsive. Saliva production can decrease, often due to common medications we take daily. This means food doesn't slide as easily. It means we have less tolerance for distraction while eating. Think about your daily routine. Do you often eat while watching the news? Are you taking multiple medications that require swift swallowing? Do you wear dentures, which can subtly change how you sense food chunks and texture? All these small, normal realities of senior life stack up to increase the risk of an airway obstruction. Now, picture the scenario we must prevent, the moment the cough fails. A cough is your body's first defense. It is a powerful, explosive mechanism designed to blast the obstruction out. But if the blockage is complete, or if you lack the core strength to generate enough force, the cough becomes weak, frantic, and ultimately useless. You try to inhale, but nothing comes in. The panic accelerates into full-blown terror. Your vision might start to tunnel. You are desperate to apply pressure, to execute the abdominal thrust, but how do you wrap your own arms around your abdomen with enough force to generate that life-saving burst of air? You can't. Standard procedure requires an upward and inward thrust applied by a second strong person. This is the failure point that experts recognized years ago. They understood that teaching only the 2-person Heimlich leaves millions of people, especially seniors who live independently, unprotected in their most vulnerable moment. But they didn't stop there. They found a solution. A simple, effective adaptation that uses the environment around you to replace the strength of a second person. This move is something you can practice lightly right in your own kitchen or dining room. It requires no special equipment, just a fundamental understanding of physics and pressure. It is designed to be accessible even if you have limited mobility, arthritis, or back stiffness. The difference between the standard Heimlich and the solo choking maneuver is the difference between helpless panic and instant, decisive action. You deserve to feel safe in your own home, even when dining alone. You deserve to know that if the worst happens, you are equipped. We are going to teach you this essential move. But before we reveal the specific mechanics, the exact angle, the correct placement, and the simple household objects you must use, we need to be clear about the critical timing. The speed of your reaction determines survival. You must know where you are going, what object you are going to use, and how you are going to leverage your own weight before the crisis hits. Preparation is the only antidote to panic. In the next section, we will reveal the secret of applying force without a partner. We will discuss the specific objects in your home, the often overlooked tools that become your life-saving anchor when the air runs out. Don't wait until the next meal. Stay with us. The move we are about to teach you could save your life, or the life of a loved one who dines solo. The fear of choking is real, but the fear of choking when you are completely alone, that is a silent, unique terror we must disarm. In Part 1, we acknowledge the heightened risk for people over 60. Now, we move beyond statistics and focus on immediate, decisive action. Most people instinctively think of the traditional Heimlich maneuver, which requires a second person. But what happens when you are in your kitchen, grabbing a quick lunch, or perhaps settling in for an evening snack, and that life and death moment arrives? That is the scenario experts warn us about most often, the inability to act because you lack a partner. Today, we are replacing the partner with a tool you already own. The crucial first step in saving yourself is identifying your anchor point. This is the piece of furniture that will substitute for the strength of a helper. It must be heavy, sturdy, and stable. Do not rely on a light folding chair or a wobbly end table. Think of a solid kitchen counter edge, the sturdy back of a dining room chair, or a firmly installed railing. This anchor point is now your crucial partner. Remember this formula: your body weight is your leverage. The goal remains the same as the standard Heimlich maneuver, applying swift, strong pressure directed upward and inward just below the rib cage to force air out and expel the blockage. But you must use the furniture to achieve that necessary force. Let's walk through the precise steps slowly. Commit these actions to memory. Practice visualizing them in your home right now. Step 1. Speed is everything. If you feel the blockage, do not hesitate for a second, trying to cough it out or reach for water. Immediately turn and move toward your designated anchor point. Step 2. Make a tight, hard fist with one hand. Place this fist just above your belly button and well below your breastbone. This is the exact location of the upward abdominal thrust. Step 3. Cover that fist with your other hand. This provides support and ensures a solid, unified point of impact. Step 4. Position yourself over your chosen anchor point, the back of the chair or the edge of the counter. Ensure the edge aligns directly with your covered fist. The edge of the furniture must hit the exact spot where you would normally apply the Heimlich thrust. Step 5. Now comes the life-saving move. Release your weight into the anchor point. You are not simply leaning, you are using the momentum of your own body to deliver a powerful, rapid thrust. Hunch over and drive your covered fist, which is pressed against the furniture, sharply inward and upward. Think of it as falling onto the chair or counter with controlled, focused violence. You must perform this maneuver repeatedly and aggressively. Use all your strength and body weight. Do not stop after one attempt. Continue to thrust yourself against the hard surface, aiming inward and upward until the obstruction is expelled. Imagine yourself right now, standing in your kitchen. Where is the nearest, most sturdy counter edge? Where is that stable chair? Locate them. If you live alone, designate that spot today. The key difference between success and tragedy in this situation is zero hesitation. The body cannot survive for long without oxygen. Your brain needs every second of that air supply. The moment you realize you cannot breathe, your focus must shift instantly to delivering the abdominal thrust. Forget reaching for your phone. Forget running to the door. Move to the anchor point. This technique is simple, but it demands commitment and practice in visualization. You must internalize this path to safety so that instinct takes over when panic begins. This self-rescue maneuver gives you back the critical control that choking threatens to steal. It means that when you are enjoying a meal, a cup of coffee, or even taking your daily medication, you are no longer gambling with fate. You have a backup plan. You are prepared. We often minimize the risk associated with daily routines. A sudden laugh, a poorly chewed piece of food, or simply the natural changes in muscle elasticity and coordination that come with age can turn a normal snack into an emergency. This is why preparation is paramount. You must not only know the move, but you must also know where you will perform the move in your specific living space. Take a few seconds today and walk to your chosen spot. Can you comfortably reach the edge of the counter? Is the chair back stable enough to absorb your full body weight impact? Is the height correct? If you rely on a sturdy armchair, practice bending over the armrest to apply pressure. The angle might be slightly different, but the core principle, leveraging furniture against your fist for an upward-inward thrust, remains unchanged. Do not wait until the silent panic sets in to locate your tools. Know your plan now. While mastering this technique is vital for that moment of crisis, we need to address something even more powerful: the precious minutes. Before you need the thrust, we need to discuss the subtle but crucial warning signs that happen in the very first 60 seconds of a choking incident. Recognizing these tiny indicators can save you from needing the full self-Heimlich maneuver altogether. In Part 3, we will delve into the critical timeline. We'll discuss how speed and timing multiply your chance of survival and the simple, often missed signals that tell you disaster is imminent. Stay with us. This timeline is what truly separates prevention from catastrophe. We have covered the signs. We understand the urgency. Now we must move to the action that saves your life. This next sequence is the single most important lesson you will learn today. It is the practical application of the self-Heimlich maneuver. It requires two things: immediate commitment and a sturdy piece of furniture. When the panic hits and you realize you are truly alone, look quickly. You need an anchor. This anchor must be solid, stable, and approximately waist height. Think about your environment. It could be the back of a solid dining room chair, not a folding chair. It must be heavy. It could be the edge of your kitchen counter. It could be a sturdy wooden railing on a staircase. Whatever you choose, check its height. It should align just below your breastbone, hitting the soft spot where your stomach ends and your ribcage begins. This is crucial for maximizing the upward thrust. Your first move, before you even lean in, is fist placement. Just as we discussed, form a tight fist with your dominant hand. Place the thumb side of that fist firmly against your abdomen. It must be centered right above your navel, but well below the bony edge of your lower ribs. Remember that imaginary line where you tie your belt? Place the fist slightly above that line. Now, wrap your other hand tightly around your fist. Your hands are now locked into position. They are ready to deliver the force. Take a moment to secure your body position. Stand with your feet slightly spread for maximum balance. If you collapse while performing the maneuver, you lose the anchor, and you lose precious time. Now, we engage the anchor. Turn toward your chosen sturdy object, the chair back or the counter edge. Lean your torso forward and down. Position your locked fists directly against the edge of that anchor. The fist should be the point of contact, pressed hard against the furniture. This is the moment of commitment. Forget the discomfort. Forget the potential bruising. You are fighting for oxygen. The force must be applied inward and, most importantly, upward. It is a sharp, quick jolt. You are not leaning against the furniture slowly. You are slamming your diaphragm forcefully into that edge. Use the weight of your entire upper body. You are trying to replicate the pressure that a rescuer's arms would apply from behind. Imagine trying to launch yourself up and over the chair back. That upward momentum is what you need. Thrust hard, thrust quickly. If the obstruction does not immediately clear, you must repeat the motion. Do not give up after one try. Sometimes it takes 2, 3, or even 5 strong thrusts to dislodge the food. Your breathlessness is your timer. Each attempt must be a complete, desperate heave. Thrust, recoil slightly, thrust again, harder this time. If you are using a counter edge, you might need to bend your knees slightly to maximize the upward angle of the pressure. The goal is to compress the lungs sharply, forcing residual air out through the trachea like a cannon blast, pushing the lodged item free. Let's address the physical fears many seniors have. What if I am frail? What if I have joint issues? What if I fear breaking a rib? In this immediate crisis, the risk of a broken rib is acceptable. The risk of oxygen deprivation is fatal. We must prioritize life. However, choosing your anchor wisely can minimize risk while maximizing effect. If you are concerned about stability or balance, use a chair that is pushed firmly against a wall. This provides a backstop for your effort. You can then wrap your arms around the chair back, position your fist correctly, and thrust your abdomen into the top rail of the chair. If you have significant upper body weakness, remember, you are not powering this move with your arms. You are powering it with your legs and your upper body weight falling onto the fixed object. Use gravity as your tool. There is another, often overlooked benefit to this preparatory knowledge. Knowing this technique fights the panic. Panic is a thief. It steals your ability to think, and in a choking emergency, it steals your last few seconds of useful action. By practicing the visualization of finding the anchor, locking the fist, and delivering the thrust, you create a cognitive pathway. When the emergency strikes, your body skips the panic stage and jumps straight to the solution stage. Experts agree, the individual who knows exactly what to do survives more often than the individual who freezes in fear. This method, though simple, requires resolve. It demands that you take charge of your own safety. It empowers you completely. But knowing the physical technique is only half the battle. We must ensure that our homes are truly ready for this possibility. In the next and final part, we will discuss practical home preparation. We will identify the specific objects in your home that are best suited as anchors, and we will establish the one immediate habit change you must implement today to minimize your choking risk forever. Don't go anywhere. Your complete safety plan is waiting. We have detailed the warning signs. We have committed to action. Now, we face the actual moment of crisis alone. You must not allow panic to control you. Panic wastes the precious seconds you need to save your life. Your knowledge is your greatest tool. Remember the first step. Make that fist. Place it above your navel, just below your rib cage. Your opposite hand must grasp that fist firmly. This unit, your hands, must now become the single point of impact. You need to find the firmest, most stable object in the room. This is usually the back of a sturdy chair. It must be heavy enough not to slide. It could be a countertop edge. It could be a railing that is bolted securely. We are not looking for comfort here. We are looking for resistance. Place your body directly over the object you have chosen. Position the area of your closed fist, that critical leverage point, against the sharp horizontal edge of the chair, back or counter. You are leaning in. You are using the weight of your entire body against that hard, unmoving surface. This is where the commitment comes in. This is not a gentle lean. This is a focused, sharp thrust. You must thrust your body downward and inward, forcefully, onto that surface. Do this repeatedly. Each thrust must aim to compress the abdomen, driving your diaphragm upward. Think of it as creating a violent, controlled cough from the inside out. The goal is to increase the pressure within the chest cavity rapidly. This is the only force strong enough to expel the blocked object. Thrust down, release slightly. Thrust down, release slightly. You may need 5 or 10 thrusts. You may need more. Do not stop until the object is dislodged and you can breathe. The pain will be sharp. The feeling of desperation will be overwhelming, but the knowledge that you are actively saving yourself must override the pain. If the chair slides, find the nearest wall. Lean into the corner of a wall with the same force and precision, targeting that exact spot with your fist. The key is the upward component of the pressure. Do not just push in and up. This simple maneuver is not taught widely enough to seniors living alone. It is your shield. It is your final defense against a sudden, terrifying emergency. Once the object is clear, seek medical attention immediately. Even if you feel fine, the force required to execute this maneuver can cause internal bruising or injury to your ribs or abdomen. A sudden, forceful compression requires a doctor's checkup. This immediate reaction is critical, but true senior safety is about preparation. Your homework, right now, after finishing this video, is simple. Identify your rescue spot. Look around your home. Which chair is strong enough? Which counter is the right height? Mentally map this location so that in a crisis, you do not lose seconds searching. This mental rehearsal, this simple identification, significantly cuts down on the panic response. It turns fear into automated action. But let us move from reaction to prevention. The truth is, many choking incidents among those over 60 are entirely preventable. They are often caused not by speed, but by dry mouth, poorly fitting dentures, or issues with swallowing mechanisms that change subtly with age. Experts emphasize that hydration is paramount. Saliva helps soften and lubricate food for easier passage. If you struggle with dry mouth, ensure you drink water frequently during meals. Take small sips of water after every few bites. Do not allow the food to become a dry, solid mass in your throat. Slow down your eating. This is not just a polite request, it is a life-saving directive. When you are rushed, you chew less thoroughly. Undercooked or poorly chewed meats, large pieces of hard candies, or even dry bread can become dangerous plugs. Cut your food into pieces no larger than the size of a pea. Chew each bite fully until it is a pulp, almost a liquid. This takes time. Embrace that time. Dining slowly aids digestion and dramatically lowers the risk of choking. Avoid talking or laughing with food in your mouth. Distractions cause improper closure of the windpipe. This is one of the most common causes of accidental aspiration. If you wear dentures, ensure they fit properly and are not causing you to swallow larger pieces of food prematurely. Regular visits to your dentist are part of your choking prevention plan. Finally, consider the environment. Many seniors eat alone, watching television or reading. While this is relaxing, if you begin to cough or struggle, the immediate sound of the TV can mask your distress. Be mindful of your surroundings. If possible, eat in a quiet, focused manner. You have now learned the complete chain of survival for choking alone. You have the mental commitment, the recognition skills, and the simple, high-impact physical technique using a common chair. You have armed yourself with priceless knowledge, but knowledge is only power when it is fresh. Do not let this vital information fade. Stay vigilant. Revisit your safety plan often. Your safety is not guaranteed by luck, but by preparation and resolve. Do not wait for tomorrow to identify your rescue spot. Do it today. It is still time.